Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. So today we will be exploring a Node-RED activity, Node-RED and Factory IO. So the aim of this activity is to uh, show you how we can utilize and implement an IIoT dashboard in a Node-RED and connect it with the Factory IO. Why we are interested in this? It is because as a IIoT engineer or solution architect, we have to think about how we are going to connect the things. And it's very important to develop the end-to-end connection, the devices. Now, practically, if we see with the combination of like hardware and software, um, we have a variety of ways in which we can make the connections, interconnections. So we should be knowing different tools so that we can come up with some long-term and financial maintenance, scalability, security, and space and is domain specific challenges we can cater with that. So in this activity, we are going to use Factory IO element, and the benefit is with the Factory IO we can have a virtual factory where we can have sensors, actuators, and local controllers like PIDs. And on the other side, we have the Node-RED, which we are going to implement the IIoT dashboard. Uh, The Factory IO has a benefit, and it is just like not completely a digital twin, but as a light model of the digital twin, where we can have some semi-realistic simulations. We can implement the SCADA, good for prototyping or showing the concept how it works, and also the functionality. So we can develop HMIs, SCADA on the Node-RED. So here we will have like 4 tasks. Task 1 is to implement the simple dashboard in Node, and we'll test it. Then we will configure the Factory IO scene for the Modbus TCP. After that, we will customize the dashboard that we developed in task 1 and connect it with the Factory IO, and then finally we will test and demonstrate. The requirement for this to do this task is that Factory IO should be installed on your computer as well as the Node-RED should be installed on your computer. So if you have not installed them, go and before starting this thing, install these 2 softwares on your computer. The expected outcome will be like this. It may be one of the scenes, okay, from the Factory IO on the left side. It's like virtual factory. Then this factory is connected on uh, the Node-RED on the right side. This is the back end of the dashboard, and this is the front end of the dashboard. You can see the start pump button is here, then pump speed is here, so you can change the speed, and we can have like a live session working here. So I will go now to I will show you the okay. Now in this screen, this thing is now what we are going to do is uh, we will launch Node-RED. So first I will go on my computer. I click command. From the command prompt, I will write here, since my Node-RED is installed. On command prompt, now I will write Node-RED, enter. This will start the Node-RED. Now the Node-RED is working. So now I will go for yeah, HTTP. Yeah, this is the address, HTTP colon forward slash 127.0.0.1 colon 1880 is the port for Node-RED, default port for Node. This starts the Node-RED here, and you can see that I already have developed this chart. This in the Node-RED. This is a pump from the dashboard. I have two dashboards here. Let me show you what I did. So on the okay, so to implement dashboard, we first go on the right side here, and then you can see the manage palette. So once we click this manage palette, we can go to the install, and here we can write the Node-RED dashboard. This is what we need. Once you say as I have installed it, so it is appearing as installed. Otherwise, once you search, it will be coming like this install. So once you click the install, it will start installing this node. So once the node is installed from here, it will be appearing on the left side here. So we have buttons, we have drop down. Okay, we can try double click, and you have all options here. We have switch, slider. Keep in mind that these are all the nodes here. We have gauges, charts. So whenever you put some chart or some gauge, don't expect that the gauge or chart is coming here. It will be appearing. This is the front back end, so it will not appear as a chart. So the only thing is we have nodes, and then we interconnect them and configure them only. So this is the back end. Okay, once we are done with this, so what I did was, yeah, and then I took one switch here, and then you give the name, the start of the pump. Okay, and also you go and add it to this, give it the name, machine power, factory dashboard. Okay, you can update, we can change it. Done. Okay, and make sure that on the payload, once it is on, so this will be true, and once it is off, we have option to make this string, number, boolean, JSON, buffer, timestamp, and others, and global also. But we are going to use the boolean right now because this will be turning on and off. Once we are done with this, okay, and then we can go and for the pump speed. Okay, so this is one thing, and then so what we are doing here is I'm focusing on only this. I'm describing this one switch. This is a switch, and this is a text. Okay, the text input. Okay, so once you go and do all these steps, slider input, and this is slider input here. You can see the sliders, and the maximum is from 0 to 500 with a step of 5. Okay, so these are the settings, and then we will be okay. So once we deploy this, it will be connected to the factory IO. Let me start the factory IO now. Okay, on the factory IO, let me go to the drivers. TCP IP server. Okay, so now I will start. So this is the factory IO situation. And now on the Node-RED, I will deploy it. So let's see, yeah. Okay, now to launch my uh, the front end or the dashboard of this um, Node-RED. You copy this localhost 1880 slash UI 1880, and then the front end UI is here. Here we can see a simple, very simple dashboard. This is factory IO connected. Sorry, from this side, it is connected to the factory IO. On here, we have the permanence. So let me make it like this. So this should be your left side. Okay. Then is then we have our okay, okay, right. Yeah. And then okay. And now it is better. And then we should have the factory IO on this side here, like this. Okay. Okay. And then okay. Now you can see this. I need here. Okay. Handle it like this manually. Ah, this is our factory IO. Okay, so Bismillah. So now this pump speed is coming from here. Sorry, this one, the second one is the pump speed. This one, you see, if I'm changing, it is coming here, 60 up to maximum 100. Okay, you can see it is, but since the pump is now turned on, also when I click turn on, it is turned on. Okay, and once I run this, yeah, now you see it is filling. If I stopped it, it is stopped. If I run it, so this is the dashboard. It is turning on through the Node-RED, and through Modbus TCP, it is connected with the here. Okay, so through the Modbus TCP server, it is connected to the factory IO, and through the Modbus TCP, you can see that once you select uh, the Modbus, you have the functions available to you. FC5, 6, 15, and 16, for example. And if you go to this, yeah, so we have right now, we have this, so this is what a simple demo for you to experience with it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it, and later we will do some more on it. Thank you very much.